My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Event Horizon. And this review will have spoilers, so there's your warning. But I watched this movie once before, and I remember hating it. I thought it was just boring and unremarkable, but plenty of time has passed. My taste has evolved, so I just watched it again, and this movie is awesome. I loved, loved, loved it. I can't believe I used to not. Like, holy shit, this is so good. And it actually made me think about how we need more space horror movies. Like, this is one of my favorite subgenres between this movie, the Alien franchise, Life, Pandorum. Like, give me more movies like this. Like, I would have been okay if this became a franchise. Let's just get into it. First, with the direction by Paul W.S. Anderson. He does a fantastic job. This is his best looking movie. It's very well shot by Adrian Beidel. The production design is amazing, especially these vents that are green, and I just love the look of that moment. The CGI I think holds up for the most part, so visually just great. And I like how he shows lots of restraint in this movie. You know, we get glimpses of hell and glimpses of the most sadistic, disturbing, fucked up stuff, but it's ever so minor. The movie just uses these small glimpses as effectively as possible. And I love the fact that he holds back as much as he does, because when those moments come, they have so much weight because of it. I also love how this movie just slowly escalates. We don't know what's going on. Is it going to be an alien movie? Is it going to be a ghost movie? But then by the end, it turns into something completely unpredictable, and it's just so original and really allows it to stand out. But this movie does manage to be disturbing on like, psychologically, this movie is very effective. Like, one of my greatest, no, not one of, my greatest fear is the idea of hell. That one day I could be lying in a hospital bed about to die, and there could be eternal suffering and pain awaiting me. Like, that is such a terrifying thought. And it frightens me to my core. And this movie just gets that. And the way hell is talked about and used in this movie just really gets under my skin. I actually think this movie has one of the greatest lines in movie history. Well, Lawrence Fishburne is like, yeah, I get it, we're going to hell. And Sam Neill's like, hell is only a word. The reality is much worse. Holy shit, that is some really disturbing stuff right there. Just one line, and it's just packs a real mean punch. So, yes, this movie is just like, it might not be jump scare scary, but it gets to me. It really, really does. On top of that, though, this movie can also be genuinely funny. It has the perfect amount of 90s cheese, and there are some lines and some moments that do make me laugh. So it's a very well balanced movie, and it's very intriguing. Like I said, you're just on the edge of your seat waiting for something to happen, waiting for answers, and it's just a movie that's constantly captivating. It might test your patience every now and again, but it's worth it by the end. But then we get to the performances, and Lawrence Fishburne is amazing in this movie. I love the way his character is written. Well, he's the rational one, he's the one willing to make the tough choices, he's the smart one, he's the one that believes the other people around him. Like, he's just a really well-written character, and Lawrence Fishburne just plays him perfectly. He brings the proper level of gravitas to this movie, and I was really impressed. Then we've got Sam Neill, who starts off as a character who you kind of sympathize for. He seems to be someone who's very smart, who's just in a terrible situation, but the escalation of this character to eventually where he ends up by the end is just masterful. I thought Sam Neill played all sides of this character just perfectly, and the way he looks at the end is just haunting. Kathleen Quinlan, I think, does a real good job as well, and Richard T. Jones is just great here. He has so much personality, and he brought a lot to this movie. So, yeah, like, I really loved it upon rewatch. I think it's effective. I think it's terrifying on some levels. I think the movie is incredibly well made. It looks great. The performances are great. It's original and unique and creative. It's like Hellraiser meets Aliens, and I just love that about this movie. So I'm giving Event Horizon an 8.5 out of 10. It would be amazing if one day they released the full 2-hour cut of this movie, but it seems unlikely. But Event Horizon, have you seen it? What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin